Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment.
Hello, guys. Welcome once again to another review of Love and Marriage, Huntsville. And today we're going to be talking about the finale. We had the finale episode of the season, and next week we're going to be going to the reunion. But before we go ahead and talk about this episode, how would you rate the last episode of Love and Marriage, Huntsville?
I would have to give it like at least a good 6 because it was kind of fiery, Had
Mm.
my interest. What do you rate it?
I would say they absolutely did well making it a finale because it was very catchy, and I will probably give it a 7/10. The episode
Okay.
had a lot of things. I didn't find myself so many of the time looking like, oh, this was so unnecessary. I don't think there was anything that happened that was, I felt like it was unnecessary for me to see that, right?
Yeah.
I did enjoy every scene as much as most of them I was like, what the heck is going on? But I did enjoy every scene that played out on this episode of Little Marriage Huntsville. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the things that happened on the episode. We started the episode with the bachelorette party of Nell,
Hmm.
and we saw the continuous argument between Nell and Trish. Sorry, Melody and Trish. Although we talked about it last week, so there's no need to dwell on it again. Because Nell actually came in and the issue stopped. And did you see the way that Melody and Sunni went by themselves to sit down separately? I'm like, okay, they know that they are the two. They are the,
The two
the two people
underdogs.
causing the issues.
Yeah, I noticed they kind of separated from the other ladies, but I wish we could have been more privy to if they had a conversation.
Yeah, I felt like, I felt like I wanted to know because I felt like, and another thing I feel like was today's problem was the chopping was excessive for me. Like the way they chopped the episode, I didn't like it because I truly would have loved, I'm not gonna lie, I would have loved to know what exactly made Melody stand up, right? And decided
Mm.
that she wanted to go sit down with Sunny, because and I believe that when they sat down together, they had a conversation. So the way they just only showed us them standing up and going to have a different seat without showing us what conversations was held, what did they talk about, that didn't make sense to me. I felt like I could have loved to have a little bit of a preview to what exactly was talked about or what they talked about. I would have loved to have that. But
Right. But instead, they showed us Destiny and what's her name?
Sonny.
No, they showed us when Destiny went outside to cool off
Oh,
her conversation.
yeah,
They showed us that instead. We
yeah,
could have missed that. You know what I'm saying? Because
exactly. I
Destiny,
could have missed that because there was nothing actually there. I
yeah,
could have been
yeah,
off with that. Please spare me.
yeah.
I wasn't interested to know what her and this person were talking about. But now Miss Nell came into the arena to the event and they brought in the strippers and they were painting, which Melody left. And um then all of a sudden Sonny and Destiny started going at it. Last week's episode, I see when we were reviewing last week's episode, I said something here. I said, I'm gonna wait and watch this week's episode and I'm gonna cuss out Destiny. And everybody that knows me and watch my reviews know that I don't cuss out any cast members.
Hmm.
I don't say insultive words to them, because I believe that as much as yes, they are on a show, and I might not like their attitude. I know that they are human beings. But me watching this episode and the tactics and the things that Destiny said, I think that she needs a little bit of cussing out, because for me, I believe that some of the things she did in today's episode, no, not today's episode, last night's episode, was kind of childish, very childish. First, let's talk about this Sunny and Destiny stuff. Now, I get it. I get it. I get it. Moses did you wrong. We cannot say that so much. And you're not the first person that somebody has done wrong to. But now this guy is married to somebody else. Unfortunately, they are in the same city that you are in. And unfortunately, you have to maybe once in a while run into them, right? But you have your own new boyfriend. You have a new boo in your own life. They are married, moving on with their life. Why is it that every single time you see them, you want to go, you want to cheer, you want to talk? Like, I feel like I get that you were hot, but I also feel like it's unnecessary. That is where I'm coming from. I get that Destiny was hurt by what Moses did to her, but I also feel like it was so unnecessary. And the way she was coming for Sunny, as in, I felt like as in, even going as well as using him being in jail as like let me tell you how much your boyfriend is in jail, how he's arrested is in jail, how let it pain you. I remember when Destiny was arrested and she had a mug shot and she was like, nobody should use that against me. You don't want people to use your arrest against you. You don't want people to use your charges against you, but you could, because you want to bring yourself so low, you want to use the arrest of somebody's ex-husband because you don't like him, or because he's now with her. The fact that you are making this argument doesn't change the fact that he's married to her. Also, the fact that you're making this argument doesn't change the fact that he's never going to come back to you. Don't change the fact that you have a boyfriend. And is that, one thing, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think if I'm in a party where the mother of my new boyfriend is, I will be there having an argument with somebody that is dating my ex. I wouldn't be doing that, because for me, it's not a good look, because my ex is my ex. I have a new guy. Now I'm sitting down close to the mother of my new guy, and I'm like, yeah, you betrayed me. Yeah, like in my mind, I'll be like, don't you feel like the mother of your new boyfriend will be looking like, are you sure this girl has healed from her ex? No mother wants her son to date somebody that hasn't healed, that has past trauma, that hasn't moved on from, especially hasn't moved on from the ex. No mother wants to do that. And for you to sit down in front of Nell and have an argument about another man that is no longer yours, that is married to somebody else, because the person is your ex, in front of the mother of your current boyfriend, no, that's a no for me. Destiny shouldn't have had that argument. I don't know whether, because a lot of people were arguing online. The argument was like, who won the conversation? Was it sorry, how would I put it? Was it Destiny that won the battle? Did she win the fight? Was it Sunny that won the fight? I'm like, for me, there's not a win-win situation, because I looked at the end of the day, I looked at that conversation and I looked at Sunny, sorry, not Sunny, I looked at Destiny looking like a child. A child that is pain that didn't get what they wanted and is pissed that somebody else has it. That's the way I look at Destiny at the end of the day. And she was all mouth and so mouthy. If she walked out, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna work out. Then she walked out, and those see, and I don't like. I know that I said I was gonna curse out Destiny, but I'm trying not to go there, because realistically, even Letitia that went outside to try to console Destiny knows that she's not going to stay there and watch another woman, be it the woman being the let's say Masal's ex or side chick or whatever, come to her face and say trash about her husband. She is not going to like it. But they expected Sunny to keep quiet and watch Destiny cuss at Moses and her. And the ways and this Natasha was like, you know what, let's not invite Destiny to, and let's not invite Sunny to any program. And I say, excuse me. If not because of Sunny was in this season, if not because of Moses was in this season, if we didn't have Sunny and Moses conversation, what exactly would we have talked about Destiny from the episode 1 of this season to this last episode? The only thing that has brought out Destiny's conversation within our mouths when we're talking about the show has been Sunny and Moses, and also um when she has some one or two jobs she wants to throw at Melody. But apart from that, I don't think they would have allowed her come back just because of one or two jabs she throws at Melody. So the only reason why she had a job is because she had the Sonny and Moses storyline.
I
So
think,
at the end of, yeah, go ahead.
well, I just think that Destiny is just all smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? She's not trying to be with Nell's son. That's just something to do, something to preoccupy her, something to uh, have a storyline on. Because there's no way you're going to be dating a guy, you know, and you got his mother there at a function and you're looking at another dude flirting. No way. You know what I'm saying? So I think Destiny is faking it until she makes it. You know, her thing with Sunny and Moses, I am just so tired of that. Like, move on. You know, it's like she's in this vicious circle, and she doesn't know how to walk a straight line. She just keeps going in that same loop, you know. So I'm just so sick of her in this situation. I'm sick of her. Sunny is sick of her. Sunny was like, yeah, you're not going to keep on talking about me and my husband, and all that trying to dog walk me. I like to see you try it. Sunny was standing 10 toes down, and I was like, that's right, Sunny, get aggressive with her, because she just trying to just slander you and just talk crazy and, you know, make a big scene, jumping up and down and, with them baboon titties. Like,
Oh no.
yes, I'm gonna talk about you. Put on a bra. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to see that? And oh boy, talking about them wearing the wrong outfits at the wrong time. That was the wrong
Mm-hmm.
outfit to wear for that. Like, I didn't get
Mm-hmm.
it. I didn't
She
get
was
it.
even hanging on to her breasts.
Yeah,
All true.
yeah. That's why you should have had a bra on. She could have found a cute little bra to put on with that neckline, you know. But I don't want to see baboon titties. And you arguing about the same old shit. So I was just like, I'd rather have found out what Mel and Sunny was talking about other than her,
Mm,
outside blowing smoke.
mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, I don't know how to like. For me, the only part that kind of off me was that you are having an argument with an ex that is married to with his wife in the presence of your current boyfriend mom. That means you don't respect your current boyfriend, neither do you respect his mom.
Yeah, she's
That
not really with him for real, for real.
mm.
There's no ways they can make me believe that. And
Wow, so
I
you
think
are on the
maybe,
fence that she's dating Lance.
well, I understand. Maybe Lance said, "Hey, yeah, I don't mind being your TV boyfriend." Because the
Mm.
more I'm being seen, that's my check is getting bigger. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure
Mm.
he's like, "Okay, cool, whatever, Destiny." You know?
Yeah. Oh wow, that's wow. That's another way to look at it. That's a different way to look at it. But it was too much for me, and um you know what, I just can't see, like I try to give, like look at Destiny and be like, I want to feel a little bit of sympathy for you, but she just finds way to make you be like, this lady doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve it at all. Well, let's move forward. After the event, the memorable thing that happened was the wedding anniversary, right?
Right.
The wedding anniversary. Wow. I'm gonna say overall the event was exceptional. Um, they put a lot of thought into it, and you could literally see that there's love between Nell and Fletcher, and they've
Right.
gone through a lot in their marriage, and they still stay, protecting each other. So I loved that. I thought I was not gonna love it, but as I watched through it, especially the moment when they were playing like all their moments on the show, this episode, this season, it was like, yeah, at the end of the day, there is love between the two of them. It was great for me. Like I love that I could witness that with them, and it was very nice. But when she was in the dressing room, she had a conversation with her daughter and the niece, and they were talking about the fight between Destiny and Sunny, and they were like, why the fuck is she having that fight? The same thing. Like we said,
Right.
like why is Destiny having a fight with somebody else's husband, wife, when you have somebody new in your life as a boyfriend? Because yes, I would be bothered if I was a sister and I was sitting down and watch the girlfriend of my the girlfriend of my brother have an argument with somebody that is dating her ex. I would be feeling one way. In short, I would go home and practically tell my brother, I think you should think twice about this relationship. That would be the next thing I'll be doing. I don't believe in telling people to quit relationships, but I will give my one cent and be like, no, you need to reevaluate this relationship with this girl, because why the hell is she overboarded about somebody when it's a different thing if you don't have somebody in your life. You haven't found your own happiness, but you claim you have your own happiness. So don't get pissed off. Don't get pissed off. But you know, But the event was nice, and I love the way that the Fletchers respected Melody by allowing her differently. She had a different seat from Martell.
Everybody.
Yeah, from everybody. Now that was a big problem for everybody on that show, and I was like, get a grip, guys. Immediately, Melody came. She sat separately. I think Martell came before her, right?
Right.
Martell came in before her, sat
Right.
down with us both. What I was also shocked about is that Masao and Martell were actually good.
Yeah. I kind of tipped
I,
when he gave him some dap and Martell kind of smiled like, "Oh, I got my friend back." He is
I,
such a
I was surprised, and you could notice um that Latisha didn't like that.
no, she didn't.
that all of a sudden Masao is back being friends with Martell. And I see, no, I clocked it. I said, if a man will sit down, a lot of people were kind of defending Masao then, but if a man will sit down there and literally let another man call his wife slow, call your wife slow, and the next moment you are meeting in an event, even if it's 2 months after, or it was 3 months after, it was 4 months after, we're not gonna be having like, yeah, we are guys. Yes, it's true. Guys tend to brush over things than girls, but this is concerning your wife. He didn't say that you as a man are slow. If you want to forgive him after he called you slow, that's your business. But this is your wife. Put a respect to that wife badge that she has. Like, she has served you, she's your wife, she's been there for you, she's cared for you, and you couldn't just respect her because all through that event, Latisha did not talk to Martell.
No, and she didn't look really happy.
She didn't even look happy when she saw that dab between Masao and Martell. But I too was surprised when I saw it. I was like, even if I see there's something, even if I know that okay, at the end of the day, we're guys, we will not get it, we will not get serious about it. As my wife is there, I will respect my wife's feelings and not make it known that okay, this is where we are. That's what I would have done. But apparently, Marcel doesn't care about his wife's feeling because he kept on having conversation with Martell almost all through the party.
Well, I mean, when two narcissists get together, you know what I'm saying? It phases out the women.
Mm, yeah.
you
Then
know?
yeah, and I really felt like I don't really like Latisha is not my favorite cast member, but I just don't like it when I just don't like it when Masao treats her in a way that I know that she deserves more than the way he's treating her.
Yeah, I just don't like
I,
when he shuts her down, like her opinions, her thoughts. You know,
yeah, doesn't
let
matter.
her
Her feelings
finish.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, let her finish her sentence. You know what I'm saying? In order to be a good spouse, you got to be able to listen, to the
Mm,
whole conversation, whether it's uncomfortable or not,
yeah.
you know?
Now, mm-hmm. And now we then when Melody then came in, she just went straight to the other line and sat down. And everybody was like looking like, how why is she sitting down? And I'm like, are you guys at that moment that's when I said, are you guys dumb or you pretend to be dumb?
They're fans.
Because why would she sit with somebody that you know she has a other against?
Yeah, but
See,
the
I
whole
I
wedding,
believe, yeah,
uh,
we're saying something.
yeah, I was going to say the whole wedding, they were all acting like fans of
Mm-hmm.
Melody, you
I'm
know?
gonna say something. I'm gonna say something, right?
Go
Um,
ahead.
if for Melody to be at that event as a whole, I commend her. You know
Yeah,
why?
she looks so beautiful.
I believe she literally respected the friendship she had with Nell and Fletcher. Because I believe that if it was an event that, let's say, the Scots were organizing and Martell was supposed to be there, Melody would not show face. I can bet
Right,
everything I have.
right.
She wouldn't care whether it was burial and wedding anniversary, a big official moment. As far as it was the Scott organizing that event and Mattel was gonna be at that event, Melody wouldn't have been there. But because it was Nell and Fletcher, you should know that yes, she respected the friendship between them, and she said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna be there. Then she came.
Yeah,
Now, do
she
you
was
know?
looking exceptionally
Yeah.
beautiful. And Martell couldn't
Do you
keep his eyes off of
eyes up?
her.
Oh, woo. He was looking like, woo.
Look,
This
he
is what I
I
missed
I
out
think
on.
yeah, but I think that was the moment he knew damn, I fucked up. Because Marceau, I mean, Maurice was asking him, are you still looking? Are you dating? Are you still comparing? Because he's comparing every woman he meets.
With Melody. Yeah.
Yes. And there's no comparison because Melody is one of a kind. She was specially made for him. And he blew it, you know, and he knew that he blew it. Sitting there at the Fleshers' 30th year anniversary, he said, damn, this should have really been us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, you dummy. Like you let a 3-minute quickie destroy your whole future. you know
Yeah.
and now
The-
he's
it-
just now realizing it.
and like Melody sitting down there. See, I'm not gonna lie. People will say if I was in that position, I would have done differently. See, if I was in that position, I don't think I would even go to that event. I'm not going to lie to you. If I was in that position where I have to sit in the same airspace as somebody that has literally threatened my life, threatened revenge P on me, all those kind of things, I don't think I would even stay. I think I would have gone to that event, but she showed out.
Yeah, but
She dressed beautifully.
I look at it like this. At this point, that's the office. I'm going to work. I'm gonna go make my bag. I don't care who's
Mm-hmm.
there, who I don't like, who I'm not getting along with. Don't mean I have to talk to
Yeah.
you. Doesn't mean that
Mm-hmm.
I have to look your way.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah.
try and get my attention all you want to. You get nothing from me. When I'm done, you get nothing. So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
let you mess up my money. It's like
Yeah.
going to work. I'm gonna go to work.
Exactly. That's true because it's not everybody you love at work. It's not everybody you like at work,
Yeah,
but you have to be there in the morning.
exactly. Exactly. So at this point, her being on the show is like work. She's gonna make that check for her kids.
Mm,
Even
yeah.
even if Martell is there because he's the one who's looking stupid every time.
Mm.
He embarrasses himself.
Mm. But what you said is actually the truth fact because yes, I think she looked at it like, what, this is a job.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna allow my coworkers affect my day or bring down my energy. I'm gonna go there and have a great day at work and come back home as usual.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a nice way to actually put it. But the only thing I had a problem with was the problem that every other person was having with it. That is the only thing I had problem with because I did a short video on YouTube, but I said something like we had everybody putting their 1 cent. Melody and Destiny had down like, oh, Melody isolated herself from the group. Kimmy was like, hey, Melody came and she said different. Um, Martell, Maurice and Masao had a say about why Melody was separate, sitting down separate from the group. No, I say something. You people say Melody has been the problem, right? And I believe that if you have a problem in life, you don't want to talk about the problem. You want to be far away from that problem. You want to stay clear from that problem. Why is it that every opportunity these cast members have, for one person that you say is a problem, you all always want to be close to that problem? You all want to be talking about that problem. I have never seen somebody talk about a problem like this cast member talk about Melody. You say Melody is a problematic person, Melody is a problem, but you talk about her more than you talk about yourself. She breathes, you talk about her. She sneezes, you talk about her. She moves, you talk about her. You talk about her. She sits, like, are you guys not tired? If Melody didn't come to the event because Martell was going to be there, they would have said, "Oh, she didn't respect the friendship between her and Nell and the Fletchers for long, and decided to skip the relationship, to skip the event." She then came to the event. The complaint you have is that, oh, she didn't sit with the others. Like, why would she sit with others? Hi, Physics Life. Why would she sit with the others? The person that literally said, I want to bring a revenge plea about you, is sitting down close to her, to you guys. Why would she be there? For her own mental state. Like, you guys don't care about your own mental state, but she cares about her mental health. She cares about her mental state. And if having her sanity, coming to that event with her sanity and going back home with her sanity means her sitting down away from Martell, or sitting down away from the group, since the group decided to sit with Martell, good on her. And the moment Melody sat down with the group, I think Melody didn't want to leave that event on time. Absolutely, Melody didn't want to leave because she sat down and they wanted to have the reception and had a great time. And Martell came. And did you notice that Martell wasn't supposed to be on that table?
Yeah, I seen him go get his own chair and pull
Yes,
it
because
in.
everybody's name was there. Martell wasn't supposed to be on that table.
Mm.
But he dragged himself and came and sat down there, knowing that she has literally avoided him. I think maybe he thought that, oh, maybe that as everybody's there, she would not have the mind to ignore him or step out. But she said, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm gonna start. Immediately he came and sat down. She stood up, and I said, "Good on you, girl." I said, "Good on you, girls. See, protect your mental health. Protect your, like. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think you are. I'm going to protect it with all my mind." And the moment Melody stood up, I said, "Good on you, girl." And everybody was just like, "Oh." And of course, Destiny always has one sense to add whenever it comes to Melody. Oh, she stood up. You are the same person complaining that Sunny should not be invited to any event that you are in. Sunny should not be around you. That you find Sunny and Moses around your vicinity disturbing. Now you're pissed off that another woman is saying that I find my ex-husband around me annoying, and I don't want to be around him. It's just that she does a better job than you, than having an argument with an ex. She leaves the environment. And you are still pissed off and still have one sense to talk. Like this, oh my God. You,
Yeah, I didn't see Sunny at the wedding. Was she there?
yeah, she wasn't there. She wasn't there.
Oh, I
Even if
didn't
she was
know.
there, the cameras were not on her, so
Mm.
she wasn't there. So me, I didn't know, understand why everybody has an opinion about the fact that Melody decided not to sit with anybody or decided to stay away and literally give Martell the silent treatment. And the way that Martell was shocked that he was having the silent treatment was disturbing. So I've never seen somebody that I'd be looking at him and being like, is this guy all right? Because this whole thing just happened after you threatened the revenge P, and you were taken you were caught, you were taken to court, you were found guilty, and you were given an protective order. She was given a protective order against you, and you were spared. How misogynistic can you be for you to still expect that this lady will see you and be like, tell? Maybe because he has had ladies, after they say, oh, Martell, stay away from me, they still come and hug him and kiss him. He thinks that Melody will still be on that same train. Man, Melody has moved on long away. You know, people will be like, Melody has not moved on. That's why she's always running away from Martell. That's the thing. If, like, that's why I say, if you have a problem in life, you run away from that problem. You don't go close to that problem to avoid issues. So she knows Martell is a problem to her. So she's literally running, and it's good, it's better. You flee from it. So these cast members, I'm not gonna lie, everybody was disappointing to me. I was disappointed in every one of them, knowing that they know what they know, and they are still surprised why Melody decided to shift herself from them during that wedding.
Well, I mean,
That's, I think I've said enough.
it's not like she was peaceful with everybody that was there. That was the cast. Her and Maurice. Her and Kimmy. You know, her and Tisha. Uh, not not Letitia, but Tish. You know, it's like it's so much feedback and negativity, like where they can't even have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Let Melody hear something, either through the internet or on the streets, and comment about it or want to get her own clarity about it, you know, and everybody has a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's nasty. She's in everybody's business. It's all this negativity. Okay, so at a wedding, like, I wouldn't want to sit with y'all either. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, we're all in the same place, but I wouldn't want to sit right up under you guys either. For what? Why? So I felt that she did the right thing. When Martell came and sat at the table, you know,
Yeah.
I I I probably would have left too, or if I didn't leave, I'm gonna go sit at an empty table and say, let me try this again, you know. And if I see that you guys are still coming to the table I'm at, then I probably will leave. Like, okay, you just won't let me be by myself, you know.
Yeah.
Let me go get in my car and take a trip home. That way I can be by myself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? She was there. She showed up. She tried to enjoy herself, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and her followers. I'm gonna call them followers, fans.
Not the
Yeah,
followers.
yeah. You know, it's like, oh, let me go sit with Melody. Let me go breathe her air. Let me go pick her brain. Let's see if she gonna say something. Like,
Oh
let
my
it be. Let it be. You
God.
guys are here with your husbands, you know. Enjoy the
Yeah.
festivities. Why are you all up
How you bought
trying to
like?
why are you trying to be breastfed by Melody? Why?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
They are the real mellometers.
Exactly. Exactly. Let her do her thing. Damn. But they can't. They can't. It kills them. It kills them. Oh,
Oh my God. They are the real mellometers. I've always said the problem with this whole group of cast members of Love and Marriage Huntsville is that they don't take the advice that they always give the next person.
well,
One day you're saying, I don't like social media. The next day you're taking something from social media. One day you're saying, don't talk about something that you're not supposed to talk about. The next day you're talking about something else about the other person. So I always say it, everybody in this cast members of Law and Marriage Huntsville is guilty of that. They don't always practice what they preach.
right.
They become, they give opinions about a certain thing, then the next day they're doing the same thing that they are saying, oh, it was wrong because of it was that person that didn't like it. Was given like, no, you just let's let it in. But before we go ahead and talk about something else, before we go ahead and talk about Trish and Ken, talking about Trish now. Trish was in the event. When I say that dress was awful, that wig was awful. Like, I don't know who's a stylist, but she needs to do a better job. Like, yeah, I don't. That blonde wig was not doing justice to her.
No,
But
she always has the wrong outfit. Her and Destiny, like, are they like calling each other? Hey, girl, I'm gonna wear this. You wearing that?
oh
Okay.
no,
You know, like, what wig you wearing? Oh, I'm wear this wig. Oh, okay, I'm gonna wear this wig. Like, What are you guys doing? I don't understand it. It's it's a no for me. I vote no.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
there is one thing that's she said in this episode when she said when they were talking about the bachelorette, and she was like, when the garbage left, everything was cool. I was like, who did she classify as garbage? Who was she calling? I don't know whether you got that.
I didn't catch it. Whose mouth did that come
Oh,
out of?
that was from Trish.
Oh, was she talking about Melody?
I think I was asking I asked the question on social media. Was she talking about Melody, or was she talking about Sunny? Because who is the garbage she's talking about? Because if there's one garbage I see on the show, she's the one. I'm sorry.
Exactly. But if
She's
that,
the one.
since you said it came out of her mouth, I can only assume that she was talking about Melody because she just had the argument with Melody. You see what I'm saying? And she was getting loud like she was gonna get clumped and stuff. No, she ain't gonna do stuff. She ain't gonna do nothing, you know, because she
Yeah.
knows she's done told so many lies. If you
Exactly.
smash,
When you lie so much, you
look,
become so
if you
defensive.
smash Martell, you smashed them. You smashed them on more than one occasion. You know, you told too many lies about how y'all met, how you knew each other. You know, it's just one big ball of lies. You know, don't be mad at Melody because she trying to figure out a timeline. You know, I would want to know, was you in my bed too? Shit. You know, like I don't care
Mm.
how many houses I have. Were you in my bed? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
noticed Ken wasn't at the wedding with her at all. She
Yeah.
looked kind of
The way
depressed.
that was when they were having that issue. I noticed that period because then they were having interviews with when they were having interviews, like people asked them for interviews. You will notice that there was a rift between them because they were always countering what each other talked. So I noticed that there was a rift between two of them.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
looked very
I think that was the time
sad.
he moved out of the house. And I think he went to stay in a hotel for some days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, during that period, he had an interview with Dr. Heavenly, and he was like he's in a hotel right now.
Oh, wow.
So, hmm
Yeah,
so he was like,
I knew he was gonna get tired of that shit. Cause a real man ain't gonna be like dealing with all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, her body language, for one, she doesn't know how to lie. She should just start telling the truth.
oh my God,
You
I
know?
think she should just go back and look at herself like I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to embody lies.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Just tell the truth. Shame the devil.
there are some
Shit.
people when they lie, you believe their lies, but when you just listen to Trish talk, when she lies, you just know, yeah, this is a lie. This is a pure lie.
Well,
And I don't think she
it's
knows
her
it herself, so
facial.
she always
Yeah.
stands 10 toes when she's talking like, yeah, yeah, what I'm saying is the truth. You're just looking at her like, mm,
Or
I feel
I
like you're
just
lying.
mad. I just didn't tell you this little piece right here. That kind of shit. Like what? You know? But you put your hand on the Bible the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that conversation she had with Ken, right? I think it
Mm.
was long overdue because what he was saying, I don't like Ken. I feel like he's obsessive, he's controlling, so I don't like him. But I was citing him in the conversation they had in today's episode, yesterday's episode rather. When he said that there was a time she sent a text to Marquise and said, "I will take you back in a heartbeat." I believe it.
Yes.
I believe it. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that if Marquise had come back at that period, she said, "I'm going to take you back in a heartbeat," she would have accepted him back in a heartbeat, like she said. I feel like maybe that's one of her annoyance that she gave the opening for Marquise to come back or Marquez to come back and he didn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, he
Who?
probably didn't because he already knew that emotionally she was already cheating. You
Yeah.
know, emotional cheating is almost as bad as the physical cheating. That means you're open to opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Then, when he also talked about the Martell stuff, and he said, you know what, this didn't even happen before me and you started dating. So why do you have to lie? Which is true. I don't think I'll be meeting a boyfriend right now and I'll be lying about what I did before him. Because why should you be bothered about what I did before you? What you should be bothered about is what I do with you.
But see, I understand, Ken, because it's the deception part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could have just told the truth the first time and it would have been over with, no matter if I liked it or not. Because your
Exactly.
truth,
That's what I'm saying.
your truth is your truth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when
At
you
the end of the
said,
day.
oh well, this happened, then oh, I forgot to put in this other little part. He's upset because or I'm upset because he act like he didn't know me. Like right there, my
And
antennas
the
went up.
way she gaslighted Ken, oh my God. And she was like, you make them a problem in this house. Why are you talking about M? That's Melody and Martell, right? Why are you
Yes.
talking about them? Why are they an issue in our household? You made them an issue.
Hey, if
He did
anybody's
not.
if anybody's living rent free, it sounds like it's her. Cause Ken sound like he be paying for every damn thing.
And she was like, you're the one making it an issue. Even my kids, you're the one making it an issue. Although I didn't like what he said about my kids because I feel like Trish is one person that will lie her way through anything. Like this conversation she had with Ken already makes me feel like everything she said about my kids, I don't think I would believe it. I believe her 30%. So everything she said about Marcus, how he's not good to the kids and everything, I would believe it in 30%, not 100%, because she knows how to lie and lie to get her way, right? But in this whole
Mm-hmm.
conversation, I saw it when he was complaining about it. I thought maybe he was just being extra. But when he said that every conversation, she tries to make it as an argument, she tries to make it as if you were accusing her. And that is a bad thing when you are me and you want to have a conversation and you're making it look as if I'm accusing you from the first place. That means that conversation is never going to end well.
Well,
When
you know,
you're already on the defensive, yeah.
usually when a person does that, they're exhibiting guilt. When you're trying to have a conversation with a person,
Yeah.
and you trying to have an open, honest conversation, and they keep turning it into, oh, you're beating me down with this. You're beating me down with the same subject. That's a sign of guilt. It's it's deception after deception, lies after lies, like stories after stories, secondhand shit after secondhand shit. You know, he say one thing, you say something different. Or he give a little bit more, and you go, "Oh yeah, uh, yeah, that happened," and oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
I can understand Ken's frustration. This is a man that walked into this woman's life with whatever problems that she was having. And he said, hey, look, you know what? Lay your head right here. I'm going to help you fix some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to be
mhm.
together, we're going to be together. I need you because you act like you rocking with me. I'm spending my money here. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving on you. I'm loving on these kids. Like, I'm trying to build a future, you know? And then for you to play these games, you know, and you're not being truthful, and you're hiding shit, it, it's enough to make anybody snap. Seriously, when you're giving your all to somebody and they're playing games and you feel like you're being played, you know, you could have just
Mhm.
left my little wild ass alone. You know what I'm saying? And went on your merry way. But you needed somebody to help fix your shit. Because he said her car was broken down. at the apartment
Mm-hmm.
building, like they was living in apartments or something. Like he done helped her move into a nice house. He said all the cars he done paid, he pays every car note and insurance on every car.
Did
You
you
know,
did you also notice did you also notice the way she didn't like it when he was talking about him kind of financing her life?
yeah, she didn't
The
like it.
way
He
she
said,
didn't like it
and
at all.
tell your kids why the reason why you're gonna be struggling.
Mm. That part I don't like about what that Ken, but I understood he was angry. I don't like it when people would, and that's why it's also good to make your own money because so that you won't have someone saying that kind of thing to you,
Well, you know
telling
what?
you about how without them you're not gonna make it in life, how without them
Yeah,
you're gonna not
but
gonna feed your kids enough.
first thing,
Yeah.
you don't play with a man's emotions.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? Especially when you're the one with the baggage. You don't
mm-hmm.
play with a man's emotions.
Mm.
She made him look like a goddamn fool on TV all season long. To me, you know, because she was playing the song and dance like I'm so innocent. Oh, me, not me. Your own ex-husband was telling shit that you was doing. You know, during you guys' break, things that he discovered. So, yeah, she plays too many games. She does. So I understand his frustration because, whoo, I would have been so pissed. I probably would have touched every wall up in that house. You know,
Oh my god.
seriously. And then look how big he is. Like, why would you want to play with him? You know what I'm saying? He could do some body damage. You know, so why would you want to play with a big guy like that?
Yeah.
You know, but I knew he
Yeah.
was gonna get tired of that shit sooner or later.
No, but I think right now they are good because I think they even posted about a party they are hosting after the episode dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're back to being good. I wish them well
Most
because for me, with
definitely.
what because of me with what I've seen, I feel like the both of them definitely need to break up. Both of them need to be apart from each other. I don't think there's any couple on this show that have really said, oh, they need to be apart. But you see, Ken and Trish, because and maybe because I'm speaking on it because they are not yet married. Marriage is not yet there. So that's why I'm like, yeah, now that marriage has not been there, because if there's marriage there, I don't think I'll be saying let them be apart. But now that there's no marriage, hmm, let them be apart because this can only lead to further disaster
Well,
going
at
forward.
this point, if I was in that relationship, I wouldn't want to get married. You know why? Because it's just too much bull at the
Baggage,
beginning.
yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning. Like, I can't trust you to tell me the whole truth.
You don't you can't also trust me too. So what's the need of being in a relationship?
Yeah.
Just
And we're
saying
not
it.
even married yet. I can't trust you to tell me the whole truth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Talking about relationship briefly, let's talk about Destiny and Lance and the conversation they had in today's episode. And just briefly, Lance, she ended up calling Lance a red flag because he kind of felt a certain way about her flirting with another man. And I was like, Destiny, baby girl, how is he a red flag? Because he called you out. Maybe because he called you out in front of your friends and you didn't like that. That's what you would say. But saying it's a red flag because of what? No, you are the red flag.
Yeah, I just thought that was just really it's stupid. Seriously. Because she's starting everything. You know what I'm saying? If there's problems in the relationship, it's because you start the shit first. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So every problem that's gonna come up in the relationship is gonna be because of her. We haven't seen
Mm,
Lance do anything. Have we seen Lance talking to girls? Have we seen Lance, you know, chilling up at Black's bar, uh, talking to the girls up at the bar? No, we
No.
haven't. They haven't showed us anything like that. So everything that's gonna come to this relationship, which I call a TV relationship, is gonna be because of destiny. Destiny's going around
TV
throwing these little,
relationship.
yeah, she's going around throwing these little dirty bombs and want to get upset because there's smoke and dirt. But quit throwing
Mm,
bombs.
exactly. Exactly. Now, let's go ahead briefly before we end this today's review. Let's go ahead and briefly talk about the part one reunion sneak peek that was shown to us at the end of the episode. We got to see Martell and Melody will be on the same stage. I commend her for that. Um, and what I think I don't love about this particular episode, the reunion, is that why is Masao talking about the Revenge P when Melody is there? If there's anybody that should be talking about Revenge P, it should be Melody. Nobody else has the right to talk about it. And that Masao is using that as an ammunition against Martell did not make sense to me in front of Melody. I felt like the respect is not there. I felt like the respect is not there. They shouldn't have done that. Then the Kimmy situation, when she was asked that, when this guy was asked about the DUI, look at his excuse. The police suspected something about me. I'm like, if you were not driving good, like the way he downplayed his DUI is pissing me off.
Mm.
Because DUI is not supposed to be joked with. But he downplaying that simply the only reason why he was stopped was because the officer suspected. Like he's trying to make it look as if the officer, like maybe like when they arrest a black man wrongly, right? That I think that's
Right.
what he's trying to bring out. Like he's trying to show probably he was arrested because he's black. And I'm like, okay, okay. And the way Kimmy was going in on Melody, I'm like, girl, take a chill pill, but I'm not gonna talk more until I hear everything she says in the episode. But for me, from the sneak peek, I don't like that Kimmy has so much melody for Melody that just had a say about her husband having a DUI than to her husband that had the DUI. Exactly.
Yeah. The part that I seen that I really didn't like about the reunion is, Kimmy trying to jump bad and everything. It's like, Kimmy, have several seats with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought you guys already had that conversation. Now this is a reunion. You want to just rah, rah, rah because your husband's sitting next to you. Like, girl, you still could get slapped. I still can reach. My hand will still reach. Like, but yeah. And then that revenge porn shit. Quit talking about old shit. That's some old shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some new shit. You know, I don't know why they keep bringing it up. You
Yeah,
know, like let it rest. That's
yeah,
that's the only thing that you guys could talk about. Talk about some other shit that Martell has done. Personally to you.
exactly. To you.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about his issues with another person?
Well, why are you talking about his marriage that is over? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't
For me,
understand.
yeah, for me, I didn't like that they are using the Melody and Mattel, the Melody and Mattel stuff. They are using it against people, like against Mattel. I'm like, this is about Melody and Mattel, not about you. If you have an issue, talk about it. If you have an issue with Mattel, talk about your issue with Mattel. For me, I would have felt somehow that they are talking about marriage and peace, something that is a topic, like when it's not that I'm the one that brought it up. Like, yeah.
If I was
Anyways,
if I was Melody, I'd be so over that shit. You know, I put a gag order on their asses. You know, like we're gonna have to move on to the next subject.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. You know what? Let's just wait for the reunion. Let's not talk much until we see it play out, because sometimes they know how to twist and turn emotions so that people will talk about the stuff before the episode. So let's just wait and see how it's gonna play out next week. But I know that they say this reunion is gonna be full of a lot of things, a lot of drama, a lot of ish, and probably a lot of people coming against Melody. And I swear, the only person I'm gonna get pissed at if she comes for Melody is Destiny. I swear to God, if Destiny comes for Melody, you see that cussing out I say I wasn't gonna cuss her out, I'm gonna do it. I'm telling you, the
Well,
one person that I'm not expecting to come for Melody should be Destiny. Destiny should take several seats back. Even if she's asked a question about Melody, just divert from the question. You know, that's one thing I expect Destiny and Melody, Destiny to do. I'm
yep,
tired of those how one sense dropping of opinions about Melody.
yeah, I just can't wait to see the sugar honey iced tea. You know, you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Sugar honey iced tea. Shit. I can't wait to see it.
Well, let's just see how it's gonna play out, right? Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Those on Facebook and those here on YouTube, thank you very much for joining me on this live. Remember to join us next week for the reunion part one. Of course, in case anybody wants to join in the conversation next week for the reunion, you can join in next week, whether you're from Facebook or you're from YouTube here. If you want to join in the conversation, you can um either message me or DM me or comment on the comment section to let me know. In case I don't see your comments, just DM me to let me know that you want to join in the conversation for the reunion part one. Let's see how, Love and Right reunion, it's always giving. If there's one thing I know,
Oh yeah, and I love hearing
re-
everybody's opinions on everything.
yeah, reunion is always giving. So if in case you want to join us to give your 2 cents, please comment section or DM me. Have a nice day, guys. See you guys same time next week.
Bye.
Bye.